All right, guys, try this with me. With your left arm only, I want you to get the club as far away from you as you can in the follow through. Now, without turning your body at all, try and get your right hand to your left hand. Now, what do you notice as you do that? It's physically impossible to get there. If I don't turn my body, I can't get my right arm to my left. And that's the exact reason why a lot of you watching struggle to have your arm straight in the follow through and look more like this, okay? Now, there's a drill involved here I'm going to show you in a moment that was a light bulb for my student. But the point here is the ability to get the butt of the club pushed as far away from you as you can without your body going forward with it, like without your head going forward, while fully rotating, has got to be one of the secrets to golf. It's pretty easy to get your arms going forward when your head goes like this. It's more difficult to do it when your head stays back. But what all good ball strikers do is they push the butt of the club as far away as they can without their head going forward, but while fully rotating. And I'm going to show you a simple drill how to do this that I gave to my student. If you're someone who struggles through impact with this bend like this one's going to really help you. Let's dive right in. Okay, so how I want you to train this, let's go back to the start here. Lead arm only. Let's get the butt of the club pushed as far away from us as we can. So when you do it like this, the butt of the club should be kind of pointed back towards you. The club will be parallel to the target line like this in the follow through. Now, I showed you in the beginning how the only way to get to that with your right hand is to be able to sufficiently turn your body, meaning that's fully rotated. My student, who was really trying to have his arm straight past impact and said, Eric, I know I'm supposed to look like this, but I just can't physically do it. When we look at his swing, the reason he was struggling is because he didn't turn his body at all, okay? So he had a combo issue of not turning the body at all, so the arms would bend as a consequence, and then on the way through, his upper body would go way too far forward. Inconsistent strikes, inconsistent contact. What we wanted instead is the ability to push the butt of the club away and keep those arms pretty straight, which requires full rotation, while also having the body and the head back, which I'll explain why that works. There's sort of a three-part to this drill, like the rule of three here, I guess. The first thing I want you to do to learn this is to hold the club out, take your trail hand, and get it to your lead hand. And when you do, make sure you get in this position where your shoulders and your hips, and ideally your knees, are all fully square pointed towards the target. That'd be like piece number one, enough rotation. So left arm away, get to it with turn, that's one. Left arm away, get to it with turn, that's two. Left arm away, get to it with turn, that's three. Now I'm going to make a swing and hit a shot here where I'm going to try and get through that spot in motion, feeling what I felt like to get the butt of the club pushed fully away from me and have my body fully turn part one. Again, there's more details I'll add here, but let's start with that. So butt of the club pushed away, body fully turned. And what you'll note as you do this is your ability to rotate towards the target, like you would see all good ball strikers do, is going to be really dictate your ability to keep your arms straight. Now, we can pull up golfers present day, old time, whoever. Any good ball striker we'll see, we could show hundreds of them, is going to look like this past impact. They're going to have the arms pushed away and they're going to have the body back. But rotation being the first piece of the puzzle, that's super important. So one more time on that before part two. Hold the arm out, fully extended away. So the arm's straight. The club head isn't way to the right, pointed up towards the sky, right? The club head's about even with my hands from this angle. Club face is pointed basically straight to the left here. Get to it with your right hand with turn. So notice my shoelaces are going to turn towards the target. My kneecap is going to turn towards the target. My right hip, right, and my right shoulder and chest. Everything is turning towards the target to go get that. And then I'm doing a swing, feeling like I'm going through that space. So this is fully pushed away into the follow through. Let's go ahead and hit one, feeling that same thing there. So fully pushed away, full turn, right? Now, part number two I mentioned is that the head and torso need to stay back. Now, why do the head and torso need to stay back? Well, from a literal perspective, when my head goes forward, let's split screen. When my head goes forward, what happens to the club? The club goes too far out over the top and too steep, meaning it's going to hit too far down and left unless I do something to fix it. And that's what I see all the time. Players come in to see me and they have an impact that looks like this, you know, early extension, no rotation, or a big flip motion, and they can't fix it. But the only reason they do it in the first place is because the club's way out here and then they fix it this way. So anytime the head's going forward, we're going to run into that. When we keep the head back as we turn and push away, what that enables us to do is get the club working from low and inside. Good contact, more power, high draws, etc. So part number 2 with this that I guide my student through, push it away. Not only am I trying to get my right hand to that with full turn, I'm not going to let my head go way forward like this. I want to feel like my head stays back, as if there's a wall over this ball, kind of this ball line or this club in line with the ball. There's a wall that I'm trying to keep my head back over it, right? Head back. So full turn, knees, hips, chest, shoulders, but head back. That's going to be piece number 2. And I like to do about 3 reps like this. You should be feeling like you're kind of reaching for it, like you're pushing the arms away and your body's pulling back this way almost to resist it, versus it going together this way. So I'm going to do the same thing, a couple of rehearsals, and then feel a swing where I go through that part. So I've got the butt of the club pushing away, I'm turning, and I'm keeping my head back. Now I'm keeping my head back from extension, meaning my body's extended this way. My belt buckle is forward of my shirt buttons, right in the follow through. So now I'm going to feel the same thing, pushing the butt of the club away, full turn and full extension. So the head's going to stay back. So when I get into my full finish position, right, I've got my body fully turned and fully extended, which gives me the ability to push them away. And the last little piece of the puzzle, when you're doing this drill, is the side bend. So when we see good golfers, and we can pull up a Grant Wade or someone similar, like how rotated should they be? By the time the arms are about parallel to the ground, the shoulders will have turned, you know, about 90 degrees to the target, right? How extended should I be? Basically the head, you know, should stay right over the golf ball, not forward of it, not back of it. But then from down the line, as I'm doing this, arm away, I'm turning to get to it, I'm extending, hips forward, head back, but I'm also going to keep my side tilt. So from this angle, if we drew a line up my back at setup, the angle or inclination of the ground I have, I'm going to keep that into the follow through. So how I do that, the final part of this, arms out, is notice I'm turning to get there. I'm extending to get there with the head back, but I'm also keeping the shoulder down. So I don't go there with the arm going high this way, right? High right shoulder, head forward. I do it with my arm going under. So that keeps my shoulder down from down the line. I've got to turn, I've got to extend my body, head back, hips forward, right? And I've got to rotate. So same thing there as I'm doing this. And as you do these drills, and just get used to doing this right at home, start with it out forward, body towards the ball. How do I get there? With my arm going under, shoulder down, head back, right? Body fully turned. Push those arms away. Like a student of mine I was working with this recently, really like, hey, I'm reaching away with the arms and hands. And if you're coming from this, that's exactly what it needs to feel like. So reaching away with the butt of the club, body's fully turned, head's back, shoulders down. And if I can do those successfully, that's going to give me very high, solid contact, straight shots. So it's a simple drill, right? Like the drill and the one move that's going to really help you is learning how to get through the ball with fully extended arms and a fully extended body that's rotated. It's kind of all doing that at one time. The drill is really simple, right? Hold the arm out, get your other hand to it, but there's layers of detail, right, to how you do it. So I would be doing that, you know, 20 to 30 reps, 2 to 3 times a week would be an awesome way to do that, to train that into your swing. If there's other issues you have, we could solve those. Send your swings into cogornogolf.com. Would love to work with you there. And also, we're on the road to 400,000 subscribers this year. Would love to hit that. Would love your support. If you click that subscriber button down below. Appreciate you guys watching. Any questions, leave them down below. Thanks.